Hi, welcome to counseling. I'm Majesty. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Pleased to have the opportunity to work with you. Can I have your name?
Yes. My name is Louise.
Your name's Louise.
Yes.
All right. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. I earned my bachelor's from North Carolina A&T in 2015 in psychology, and now I'm back again working on my master's in clinical mental health counseling. So, I really have a passion and a desire to do this. So I am a student, and this session and any other session will be reviewed by my supervisor. She keeps me on track with things. So everything that we discuss will be confidential. Only time that I must report things out of your will is if you are a danger to yourself or others, or if I'm giving things to go to court or of those things. But other than that, this is really confidential, and everything will stay between me and you. And our goal is to, or my goal for you is to create a relationship between us to promote personal growth within yourself.
Okay.
Again, I am just going to be an active listener more so, and that's the direction that I choose to take. Do you have any questions?
No questions.
Okay. And also, during this session, I might jot down notes. Do you have an issue with that?
No, that's fine.
Okay, great. So can you tell me a little bit about yourself today?
Yes, I am 24 years old, and I have a 2-year-old son. His name is Thomas. Recently, I went and saw my general practitioner to kind of talk to him about some things. I haven't been sleeping good. I really have just been down on myself, and a lot of times I feel like crying. I just, I'm not sure what's going on, but I haven't felt motivated to do anything. And I know usually me and Thomas were out and about, or we're going and playing at the park, or we're doing some type of activity whenever I'm taking care of him. And, just being at home with him, or we're just doing stuff at home. But I just haven't really been feeling like doing anything lately.
Okay, and you say you haven't been feeling like doing anything lately. Can you give me a time estimate of how long this has been going on? What month or week or time frame did it start?
Really, I think it's been about the past 3 or 4 months.
3 or 4 months.
Yeah.
So that puts you at about springtime.
Yeah, I'd say about spring.
Is there anything that happened that led up to that?
No, but I have, some thoughts sometimes about, me not being able to take care of Thomas properly because I not feel like doing anything, and, maybe sometimes it's, best if he's not even in my care, if I'm not even here.
So what's a regular day like for you and Thomas in regards to you not taking care of him properly?
Are you saying right now? What's the regular day for us?
So what makes you think or feel like that you're not taking care of Thomas properly?
Well, I tend to yell at him a lot. Yeah, and I feel guilty for that. I really don't want to be that way with him. He's only 2. He doesn't deserve to be yelled at. I know he's only a child, and they're going to get into stuff. But I feel like sometimes I just can't control it. I just burst out with anger.
Okay. If you could reflect back to your childhood just for 1 second, what was your parenting skills like? Did they yell at you for their discipline, or they?
Yeah, they would yell at me, and sometimes I'd get spankings or grounded.
So that's very common. You tend to discipline your children in the same manner that you were disciplined. So I don't want you to feel as guilty about that, even though Thomas is 2. Just know that you're doing what you have seen all your life, so you can kind of, wiggle out of that. So I'm going back to the antidepressant pills that your practitioner prescribed you. How often do you take those?
Well, when I first were given them, I took them on a regular basis. So, I think maybe I had to take them once or twice a day.
Mm-hmm.
And now, I've been taking them for, like I said, about 2 or 3 months, and I really haven't felt a change. I'm still really tired. I still, snap really quickly at Thomas, and sometimes I might skip a few days, and I don't, if it's not helping me, I really don't see a point in taking them.
So you know that it's really not helping your behavior. Can you give me any other symptoms that you feel like the medicine is giving you?
Sometimes, when I do get depressed, I feel like maybe it's just better if I'm not here. Like, sometimes I feel like just taking Thomas to my parents, and maybe like, sometimes I just have suicidal thoughts.
You have suicidal thoughts.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have a plan for your suicidal thoughts?
Well, I never really thought about a plan, but I have thought about doing it.
You thought about doing it, but you haven't thought about how.
Well, if I would, I think that maybe I would just get it over with quick. Like maybe I'll just.
So I understand that you've thought about suicide and that you will get it over quick, but have you came to senses of yourself and said, this is how I'm going to kill myself, this is how I will kill myself?
No, not in those
okay, so
specifics.
That makes me a little bit more calmer that it's not as severe or as extreme, because if you had a plan or an ideal, then it would be, much more in depth. So, how long you been having these suicidal thoughts? For 2 or 3 months as well?
Yeah, but sometimes it's, on like a regular basis, like a couple of days out of the week, and sometimes whenever I do have them, they're like multiple times during the day.
Just any time throughout the day?
Yeah, there's not a specific time that it occurs, but usually it's like if I'm alone and, maybe if Thomas has taken a nap, or, maybe I'm just cleaning up the house, or,
So basically when your mind has idle time.
Yeah.
So when your mind is racing.
Yeah.
Do you work?
I did.
You did?
But now I just mostly take care of Thomas.
Do you have a social life?
I did. I used to be really close with my family and stuff, but now I just, because I just feel so tired, when they invite me to events and stuff, I don't feel like going, or I'll just say I have something to do.
So what makes you tired every day if you just taking care of your son? That's a full-time job that burns you out.
Yeah, that's I feel like that's something that would make anybody tired.
So have you thought about daycare for him?
I have, but I really think I'd miss him. I don't think that maybe they would but maybe they wouldn't discipline him the way that I feel. I don't know. I'm not really comfortable with that.
You're not comfortable with daycare?
Yeah, not
what
at this
about
point.
A family member? Because it seems like although you I would say that you need to have something to keep your mind on other things, to get away from these thoughts. It seems like you just need time to yourself, but not time to yourself to just think. Time to enjoy yourself, to enjoy life, and, be in the presence of people that's going to make you happy or doing something fun.
Okay.
So, what can you say would take you away from depression? Right now, if someone wiped away your depression, what would they be taking away? Or what would you be gaining?
Gaining, you mean?
Yes.
Gaining, what would I gain? Well, first of all, I think that I would, maybe I wouldn't be as tired. I'd have more energy to do things. And, that's really what I want to have, is more energy. And I feel like maybe if I had a clean slate, as you say, maybe I'd want to spend time with more of my family members. If I got invited out to do things, me and Thomas would be able to visit family and hang out with, some of my girlfriends, and maybe we could go to lunch or something.
So have you talked to your practitioner about not having any energy?
I've told him about not having any energy and like feeling tired and stuff. I think that's why he gave me those medicine, but I really haven't told him about me having suicidal thoughts.
So he also gave you the medicine for your tiredness.
Yeah, he gave me some antidepressant medicine. Mm-hmm.
And those haven't really altered your situation.
No, I don't feel like they've helped me much. I mean, when I do take them, maybe I have like a little burst of energy, but it's not like every time I take them. It's not like a lasting thing.
Okay. So we're going to go back prior to 3 months before these things occurred, before the depressive symptoms and suicidal thoughts. So what was your life like before you experienced these things? If you can go back a year, 6 months, 5 months.
Well, if I went back a year, I mean, Thomas was little. He was just turning 1, and really, I felt like I've seen my parents more. I've seen my siblings more. I felt like maybe I was happier, and I just got out and did more things. I was outside more, and I feel like I wasn't at the house as often.
So you were more happy when you engaged with your family and friends.
Yeah.
So what triggered you to pull yourself away from them? Like, what led up to this?
Well, Thomas's father really hasn't been in the picture, and it'd be nice if I had some help with him. Maybe it's just I feel like I should have shared responsibilities of taking care of him.
So Thomas's father led you to this type of situation, the predicament.
I mean, I don't think it was just that. I think that that's something that I feel stressed about. I love Thomas, and it's not anybody else's responsibility to take care of Thomas except for, his parents. That'd be mine and his father.
Do you and Thomas' father communicate?
We're not communicating right now.
When's the last time you or Thomas have seen his father?
Well, his father hasn't really wanted to be in the picture for about a year now, and I think I've asked him a couple of times during that year span, did he want to come see Thomas? Did he want to come maybe take him off and do something, or, just spend some time with him, but he really hasn't been wanting to come around.
How does that make you feel?
I mean, it hurts my feelings.
If Thomas could understand, how does that make you? It hurts your feelings?
Yeah, and I think I can tell Thomas misses his dad, and I feel like sometimes it upsets me too, because like I said, it should be both of our responsibility taking care of him, and that's where some of that stress comes in.
So did you and Thomas' father have any closure, or did he just break apart from you guys? And was you guys together when Thomas was born, or?
We were together when he was born, but I think after that it just kind of slowly
drifted apart.
But I'm not really sure, the causes. I think it just naturally
so
happened.
y'all haven't had any closure, as y'all haven't discussed, this is what I'm gonna do, this is what you're gonna do. It's just all on you.
Yeah, right now. Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
So do you feel like you can talk to Thomas' dad and just tell him, this is what I'm going through, I would love for you to do your part?
I mean, I feel like maybe I can tell him the second part about, wanting to share the responsibility,
yes.
But, I mean, I feel like I'm not as comfortable right now telling him about, me feeling like being depressed and having some thoughts.
That's understandable. So, what we can work on in the next section or the ones to come is how you're gonna find a balance in your life.
Okay.
As far as your social life, your family, Thomas, and just for once, just taking care of yourself. So if you can, we're gonna come up with ways where you can communicate to Thomas and just tell him that you need Thomas needs him more than anything. Besides you needing your time and space, that Thomas needs him. And we're also gonna
Talking about his dad.
his dad.
His dad
yes.
needs to spend time with Thomas.
Yes.
Okay.
And how you need to find yourself, and just become happy again.
Mhm.
And while we're doing that, in the process of that, I think we should find yourself hobbies, or just start with small things that are gonna take away those thoughts. Not even take away the thoughts completely, but more so reduce them.
Okay.
And that's the biggest thing that we're going to work on. If you see a decrease in the frequency of those suicidal thoughts, or the depression thoughts, then we're going to be making progress. So if we can keep those, just reduce them, keep them to a minimum, I feel like we can overcome this situation.
Okay.
All right. Do you have any questions?
Am I gonna have to come back and see you anytime soon?
Yes, you'll come back in 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks?
With personally, when I deal with clients that have suicidal thoughts, I like to see them every week. But next week I will be out of town, so you will be coming back the following week.
Okay.
But then again, I like for you to have leadway too, so I'll leave it open to you if you want to come once a week or every 2 weeks. It's based on you, and because you're not as severe, as extreme as other cases, I feel like every 2 weeks would be great.
Okay. So during these 2 week spans, you want me to really, as you said, just kind of find some time for me, and
it doesn't even just necessarily have to be your alone time. Just find something that will take your mind off of the negative things.
Okay.
Yeah,
I think I can do that.
all of this is just give yourself a peace of mind, and just something that'll make you happy, laugh, something pleasurable.
Okay.
If you have to take yourself back to doing childhood things or teenage things, that's what you should do.
All right. I think I can do that.
All right. You have a great day.
Thank you.
You're
Thank you.